Yeah, Colin says, what are MJ's top five Darkchild songs? I mean, did Michael ever tell you what his favorite songs that you've done?
Did he? No, we never really talked about that type of stuff. Like we
Okay.
talked about in the moment, we talked about like In the Club by 50 Cent.
Are you serious?
Mike liked 50 Cent's delivery, the way he delivered his rap. We talked about Biggie a lot. Mike was a big Biggie fan.
Yeah,
And
I like this time around when Biggie's rapping this time around, and that was of
yeah,
history. And
but
then
Mike
yeah,
but Michael talked about like he talked about songs by other people in the different textures of what he liked about the song to make
mm,
us. So with me, like he would say, listen to the lush harmonies on How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees.
mm,
Listen to the funkiness, how funky Sly and the Family Stone, how that, the groove.
mm.
Listen, listen to the funkiness of Rhythm Nation. That's how he would like, you know, talk. He never really just been like, oh, I love this song, my song, so that was my song. I love the song you did. He never talked like that with me. It was more so he would just point out certain things that he liked about, a person's voice or the bottom end of something or the way the snare hit on something, like that. It's kind of like how he talks.
There was a biopic or so, and in it seems that Michael said he loves Prerogative by Bobby Brown. I'm not sure if you heard about.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, that was on his playlist actually. He
Are
did
you
have a playlist.
serious?
Yeah, yeah, he had a playlist that he gave me. I probably still have it around here somewhere. Actually, I have a whole DAT case, and I bet you I have it. And on his DAT was like these 10 songs that he would pull like inspiration from. And it was like the Bee Gees, How Deep Is Your Love,
Mm.
My Prerogative, Bobby Brown, um, the um, um, I'll Be Sure, Night
Night
and
and
Day.
Day?
Yep, that was on there. Um, Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation, Sly and the Family Stone, James Brown, and it was like maybe one or two others. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
It is funny because Cal West, when I interviewed him, said that when Teddy heard Night and Day, he says, yeah, that's the Michael Jackson kind of vibe. And so they went for that Michael Jackson vibe. And so the fact that he actually recognized it and
Mm-hmm.
that's wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Colin, he did say that. Okay. Now, Big Mike asks, are there any hit songs that artists passed on that or were originally supposed to be for?
Always, always. There's always unreleased. There's always songs laying around that you go back to and be like, man, why didn't that come out? Or why wasn't that? And it could have just been like you created it you gave it to the wrong artist.
Mm,
A lot of times as producers, I think one of the biggest mistakes that we make is when we create a song that we think is specific for someone.
mm.
And then if they don't take that song, we don't shout that song.
Ah.
And it goes in the back burner. And it's not, instead of having a story like, yeah, I did that for so and so, they didn't take it, but I gave it to them now to hit. I don't really have many of those type of stories because
Mm.
I would just throw the song to the left if no one took it. I was just like, oh well, I'm not giving it to them, just put it in the trash or whatever.
Well, thinking about that, I heard an interview recently with Shantae Moore, and she mentioned about JLo had the song that you did for her that JLo took it to. And I was like, what, Rodney? What happened?
It's two sides of every story. The Bible says it's two sides of every story. But we laugh about that now.
Well,
We laugh
it
about
just
that
came
now.
out recently, and I saw it.
Yeah, well, she says that we gave her song to J Lo. It wasn't that we gave her song to J Lo; is that there was a similarity in the hook lyrically, and uh, and I think what happened was the record company didn't make a deal for the song, so we had did it or maybe they did, or maybe they did. Maybe they did do a deal for the song. If I can remember, it's hard for me to remember. That was early in my career. When Louis Silas was the one who hired
MCA,
me
yeah.
for that. And but I joke about it now because I'm like, can you imagine like how many Babyface songs that we listened to that we were like, wow, that song sounds just like so and so
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you listen to the Roses Are Red, and you can listen to the boys Dial My Heart. So you can, yeah, but their songs in the 80s all sounded very similar.
Yeah, but
But I
I think it was the competitive thing, and then the J Lo thing blew up like really big.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, Tommy was trying to get revenge on Mariah, so he put a lot of money in pushing J-Lo, and so made sure it was a hit. And I think MCA didn't had too many artists that they couldn't invest as much in Shanti. So I would think if
Yeah,
it's the label that pushed it, they spent a lot on J-Lo and they made their money on that. But yeah,
true.
if they were both on different labels, you probably should, it could have seen. But it was just interesting to hear. Okay. Now, Tanya is saying that you mentioned that you recorded some tracks with Kenny Green, and I guess it just took us by surprise. Well, how did that even come
Oh,
about?
bro. Yeah, I remember. So when I was like 14 years old,
14.
Kenny used to come. Yeah, when I was 14 years old, there was a guy in Philadelphia named Mark Byers, and Mark Byers was working with Kenny Green and intro and all of that. And this is before Strung Out on Your Lovin', before I actually did a song on intro. And Kenny Green and I were supposed to be writing partners because
Wow.
I was writing stuff I was doing when I was 14, 15 years old. I was 100% doing it myself. I had no team, no nothing. It was just me in my basement. And Mark Byers out of Philadelphia was like, yo, I think you and Kenny would be a beast together. And I didn't even really know him like that, but I knew he did a couple of little things with Mary J. Blige here and there. So he brought him all the way down to my house in Jersey, and we would start working together on ideas. And we were really good together. Like the vibes that we were creating were really, really, really strong. Like I got was one I recently pulled up. I want to release a project called Hidden Gems,
Okay.
and it basically would be like songs that I felt were the hidden ones that people never heard of, and demos and different things. If I can get clearances from different labels to do it, but that's one of them. It's the one that I did with him called Starlight, Starbright, or whatever. It's called Wish That I May. I'm sorry, it's called Wish That I May. And
Okay.
but yeah, I used to love working with him, and unfortunately, he passed away. We were
Yeah.
going to act doing a lot of stuff together, but right after the intro, we did Strung Out on Your Lovin', and then not too far later, he passed away. So
Okay. Wow. So hopefully you're hoping one day that those songs will make the light
yeah,
of day.
yeah, for sure.
Wow. Okay. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us for even loving us, on which I did miss you really.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay, you're okay.
They don't understand what Jonas' voice winning Oscars. Play it.
And all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.